fire, 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 fire. Alright, the baseball game that caused the riot. What a surprise. What a fucking surprise.
1974, Cleveland, Ohio.
Tell me if it's too quiet, by
and
the
as
way.
discussed before on this channel, Cleveland at this point is a hub of investment and
Cleveland!
growth. Yes, their river
Cleveland.
has been catching fire regularly, over 13 times by now.
Here we go again.
And yes,
13
jobs are
times?
being lost en masse
Fucking
due to
Ohio.
deindustrialization. But don't mind any of that. Cleveland's baseball team has big plans.
Okay.
See, beyond the horrific pollution and local economic depression, something even worse was happening. Cleveland's baseball sales were going down.
Oh
was it.
no! That's horrific. I wonder why. Probably because people can afford it. That's crazy. Crazy.
Something had to be done.
Oh no.
The Cleveland Indians baseball organizers gather round. Gentlemen, sales have been in the gutter these last few seasons.
Oh
We need
no.
more people coming through those doors. It's then that someone has a brilliant idea. A baseball game where alcoholic beverages are stupidly cheap. Now, Cleveland had run a similar promotion
Why would you do that? Why would you do
before
that?
in 1971, and it had gone very smoothly. So naturally, this time would be
Not
buttery smooth again.
alcohol.
Now, the average
Not
price for a
cheap
beer in
alcohol.
1974 is about 65 cents. That's equivalent to around
Hey, Cryptic, what's up?
$3.57 in 2022. This game's beer would cost just 10 cents. That's
10
equivalent to about
cents?
50 cents in 2022. Keep in mind that
That's
the
pretty
cheapest tickets
cheap.
to the game were about half
50 cents in 2023 for a fucking beer? That's
a
pretty
dollar
cheap.
back then. And you've got a ticket and 5 beers for just $1. Not bad. But hold on. We can't let people go overboard. Right. How about we add a limit of 6 beers per purchase? Yep, that's good enough.
Oh shit.
It was genius. A baseball game where beers cost 10 cents. What should we call it? Hold on. I think I've got it. It's perfect. And with that, the planning of 10-cent beer
10
night
cent
goes
beer
underway.
night. Oh no.
But before we move on,
Per
Raid,
purchase.
Shadow Legends.
No!
Do you have a mobile phone? Then why aren't you already
Someone turn me into
playing?
a cat so I can
Enjoy
throw
slaughtering
up.
hordes of enemies. Raid has plenty of it. What about tons of bosses and new updates every month?
Stinky Raid
Raid has
Shadow
that too.
Legends.
Like collecting
you can't
new
escape
champions. Look
them.
around. Champions,
No.
champions. Almost
Ah,
700
shit.
champions. And the game's graphics.
Ah.
My god.
Ah.
But what about the actual gameplay? Well, sit back and strap in. Get together 5 of your boys and jump into any of the epic campaign missions, faction wars, dungeon crawls, or alternatively,
Raid
hit the
Poopy
PvP arena
Legends.
and dab on other players.
place
And
is
Raid's just got a ton of new stuff. Look, is that a Champion Select event?
Oh
It is.
god.
From January 16th to February 10th, all new players can vote on their favourite starter champion and get a chance to win prizes,
I love
including legendary
ads.
champions,
I
in-game
love
items,
Raid
and
Shadow
Amazon
Legends. Do you
gift
guys
cards
love
worth
it
up to
too? I love
$1,000.
it. Yes.
Just download Raid from the links below, copy your in-game
Sponsor
player
incoming.
ID,
Let's
go to
fucking go.
championselect.playarium.com and enter your player ID and vote for your favourite champion. And over there, is that an
Oh
unlockable
my
champion
gosh.
based on
Oh,
UFC fighter
shit.
Ronda Rousey? Yes, because why not?
Look
All
at
you've
her
got to do is
face.
log in and play Raid for 7
Oh.
days between now and February 20th, and she's all yours.
Oh my
Ronda
god.
Rousey is available for new and old players.
Oh boy.
Just use the special promo code RAID Ronda in
Raid
game.
Shadow
And
Legends.
for 30 days, new
Yeah.
players can click the link in the description or scan this QR code to get unique bonuses. Waiting for you right here. Is that a free epic champion?
Oh my goodness gracious
100k
me. Wow,
silver,
wee.
50 gems,
Wow,
2
massive
epic
piss.
skill
You're
tokens.
manually breathing, you're manually breathing, you're manually breathing, you're
Raid.
manually breathing, you're manually breathing, you're manually breathing,
Thank
you're
you.
manually breathing, you're manually breathing, you're manually breathing, you're manually breathing, you're manually breathing.
Thank you so much, Original, for the 3 months. I appreciate it. Also, thank you for taking it out during the fucking raid. Thank you. I'm also not breathing manually. Now I am.
Shadow Legends.
Frick you.
Now pick up the phone and download the game.
No! I never will! Absolutely not. Fuck that shit.
June the 4th, 1974. Cleveland Baseball Stadium. After weeks of comprehensive planning, 10-cent beer night was ready to go. The Cleveland Indians and the Texas Rangers are in town and getting set to play each other later that evening. The beer trucks are coming in and loading up. So far, things are looking
lots of
grand.
beer. Fun.
There are also record numbers of people coming in. The average turnout for games last season had been a few thousand, but tonight, over 25,000 people.
25,000 people.
That was
That's
over
a lot.
twice the amount they were expecting. Wow.
Oh shit.
The plan was working perfectly.
That's not good.
But there is a little other thing brewing. See, the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Indians actually have a little bit of history. Just a week earlier, both teams had played each other down in Texas, and things got heated. The game had mostly been going smoothly. That was until both teams' benches emptied out for an all-out.
Oh no! And now it's gonna be mixed with alcohol.
It didn't take long for fans to get involved, and Indians players are barraged by food and beer from Rangers fans on their way back to their benches.
It's like the Simpsons episode.
Cleveland's
That's right.
pitcher has to actually be physically restrained from climbing into the stands and fighting the fans.
Oh my god!
Also, at this point, Texas is being managed by a guy called Billy Martin. About Billy Martin.
His name is Billy. That's already bad news.
Openly boasts about cheating to the teams he's playing against. And throughout his career was hired and fired from the New York Yankees about 5 separate times.
Oh my gosh.
One of those times for punching a marshmallow salesman in the face. He also...
Why would you punch a marshmallow salesman? He sells marshmallows! What the hell? That guy's already badge. Oh, successful marketing? Oh yeah, no, for sure, but that spells trouble. This is spelling some bad trouble.
Fought his own best player in the benches during a game.
What?
And even broke his pitcher's rib after having about 4 fights with him in a hotel.
Okay, this guy's fucking schizoing out, man. Fighting your own players? That's insane.
Now, this was one night after almost having a fight with a groom celebrating his wedding night. It was fair to say the man was no stranger to a fight. And this guy was the manager of the Texas Rangers for 10-cent beer night. It also turns out that he'd been having a jab at the Indians to the press, telling a reporter there wouldn't be enough fans at Cleveland Stadium to worry about. Cleveland's sports radio host spends the entire week.
And you forget this is when people were really fanatics about their sports teams too.
Amping up Cleveland's fans about it. Then there was the weekly paper's cartoon of the Indians mascot, Chief Wahoo, who's holding up boxing gloves, saying, "Be ready for anything," about their next game. And tonight was the night Cleveland and Texas would finally play again. The only difference, 10 times the fans and 10 cents a beer. All that combined with the local economy of laid-off factory workers. And 10-cent beer night's atmosphere was a bit uneasy.
May sound like they are still that way. I think it's not as common as it used to be, like 50 years ago. Or excuse me, yeah, like 50 years ago. It's not as common. It still happens, don't get me wrong, but still, I feel like it's not as common. People were more likely to stay home. Like, I don't know, people are kind of like, they're not as into it, let's just say that.
But nonetheless, the game begins and players start batting.
Oh shit.
The Rangers take the lead early on after their Tom Greaves scores a home run in the second inning. An inning basically being
It is literally burn over Super Bowl. But they used to be worse, did they not? I remember reading some story, or like maybe I watched a documentary or like a little clip or something. Back, I don't know, in like the 80s or 90s, the Super Bowls were super fucking bad. Like it was bad. Like, yes, people still get mad and like throw shit and start fights, and football fights happen as well, but it's not as common as it used to be. People don't go out as often as they do now. Like, that's statistically true. Also, hold on. I'm going back. Okay. We're good. Sorry. This happens when I swap. My cat form kind of glitches me out. I'll do a tail shake after.
Unsurprisingly, the crowd at this point is already absolutely hammered, and things are beginning to degenerate fast. After the home run,
Oh, shit.
a middle-aged woman decides to run onto the field.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
not too crazy.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Is she flashing the crowd?
She's flashing her titties to the crowd. Dude, that is so strong. Free Booba!
My god. She also runs up to the head umpire and tries to kiss him.
Oh my god. That poor old man. He's probably got a wife at home.
He says he's not in the kissing mood. She's eventually removed, and the game continues. In the fourth inning, Texas's Tom Greaves hits his second home run of the game, and fans celebrate. It's at this moment that a man sprints into the field and slides into second base. He's also naked. By the way,
What is with people getting naked when they get drunk,
the ground
man?
around a base is made of an
That's why I
almost
don't drink,
gravel-like
man.
material, so this probably hurts. A lot. Security
Yeah,
tries
I
to
can
catch
imagine.
him, but he slips away into the crowd,
They
never to be seen
can't
again.
catch the naked guy!
Inning 5. A man and his son run onto the field and moon the crowd.
Wait, did The Simpsons parody this? Oh my god.
It's also around this point that a Cleveland batter hits a line drive straight into the Texas pitcher's stomach, sending him to the ground. Cleveland fans in the upper stadium begin chanting, "Hit him again, hit him harder."
Hit him again!
Organizers are
Dude, this sounds like a Twitch chat. I'm not even gonna lie. It's kind of like Twitch chat, but like outside, like
down,
normal
watching this
normal
unfold
people
live.
crowds, you know?
This is going swimmingly. However, it's at this point that someone bursts into the room. Gentlemen,
Oh shit.
a problem. The increasingly
no.
incredibly volatile and agitated crowd? No. We can't serve these beers fast enough. See, early on, the demand for beer was so great that Cleveland staff couldn't actually haul the beers out of the trucks quick enough, resulting in very
Oh, no.
large, very angry queues. Hold on. What if we line the trucks behind the outfield fence and sell the beers straight from the back of the trucks? Jeez.
Oh no.
And beer trucks rock up to the fences and start pouring.
Oh no.
Now back to the game. And the atmosphere is currently changing. See, it's 1974, and for some reason, in 1974, it's fairly common practice to bring firecrackers to games. And
Oh no. Not the fucking. Oh. Wow.
10-cent beer night was no exception. A ton of fans had bought them, and by God were they using them. And hundreds are set off in and around the stadium. This results in a ton of smoke. That, coupled with
How you
people
play
in
the
the
game,
crowd
man?
banging literal war drums, gives the game an atmosphere more akin to a battlefield than a baseball game. But alas, the game goes on. And back on the field, Texas's Mike Hargrove is being pelted with hot dogs and spit.
I mean, there's worse things to get pelted by than hot dogs. They didn't really think that through. Dude, I feel like sometimes lessons learned in history are just like us growing up as teenagers. You just don't figure it out until it happens. Do you know what I mean? Like, you get to a point in history where you just kind of like, you're growing up as a teen and you learn that maybe you shouldn't fucking let people do this.
He's also almost hit with a gallon jug of wine. Firecrackers are now
Oh,
also being
shit.
thrown into Texas's warm-up area, and the team members
Getting hit with a
inside
glizzy
have
would
to be
send me over the
evacuated
edge.
immediately.
Why?
Regardless of all of
It's
this,
just a hot dog,
Texas is
man.
doing well,
Relax.
and currently 5-1 up. Now at this point, monumental amounts of beer and debris are being thrown
Oh
onto the field.
no.
Announcers ask fans to try and keep the field clean, and a tiny
Does anybody know if this was parodied, like this specific case was parodied by that episode on The Simpsons? Because I feel like it was. Like, it parallels this story, like, almost to a T. They moon them, they get drunk, they throw a bunch of food at them, like, I feel like it should have been. What do people call hot dogs glizzies these days? It is a sex thing? I don't know, man. I don't have a
tidal
clue.
wave of beers are thrown in immediately after. An army of stewards are instantly deployed to clean it up. Meanwhile,
Oh my God.
in the outfield, fans have now
Hi,
actually thrown the
Julie.
tables separating them and the beers away, and are currently in the process of pillaging them. The bar staff
Oh my
also
God.
only consists of 2 teenage girls per truck, And unsurprisingly, they're now deciding it's probably time to leave. 10-cent beer night just got a 10-cent discount. The hordes rampage the trucks like wolves. But back on the field, and the onslaught continues. Texas players are being battered with beers, empty cups, rocks, bottles, batteries for some reason, and more hot dogs. One player reckons he's hit with around 20 pounds of hot dogs.
That's a lot of glue.
It's about the weight of a bike or a sledgehammer. Organisers are sat nervously, still watching this all unfold. Fans on third base are now actively deconstructing the padding of the stadium wall. They
Oh my
actually
god,
almost
they're
get
like
it off and up into the
animals.
seats. However, the army of stewards
Cash them in
abandon
your
their
mouth,
trash
yeah,
job
for
and
free,
stop them,
man.
spending the remainder of the game making sure the wall is kept intact. The crowds were now
God, they're
also
like
bolder.
rabid animals, man.
Tons of them run onto the field, throw their clothes off, and start running around. Packs of fans are scurrying across the outfield more and more frequently. Streakers are everywhere. The seventh
Streakers
inning
are
of the game
everywhere.
commences, and most families and those that had remained sober had looked around and decided it was probably time to leave,
Pretty man.
leaving only a mass of belligerent drunks left. The ninth.
Just all was damaged because of a match. It was because they gave out almost basically free beer. They made a bunch of mistakes. It was in the 70s. People were crazy, man. Look away! No! Don't look at the
Inning.
leaders on
The
the
game's finally
field!
won, and Cleveland Indians had actually managed to rally back, tying the game 5-5.
Oh
Indians
shit,
player
a
Rusty
tie.
Torres hits the ball and starts running. He gets to second base. The game-winning run is now in his reach. However,
Oh shit.
this is when things at 10-cent beer night hits critical mass.
Oh no! Everything goes really wrong.
It's near the end
The
of the
crowd is
final
probably
inning,
really
and Rusty
tense,
Torres
too.
is staring down the barrel of a potential win for the Cleveland Indians.
Oh
However,
no.
a 19-year-old in the crowd has a very different idea.
Oh
He
no, not
decides to
Filthy
make a run on
Frank!
field and grab Texas outfielder Jeff Burrows' cap. Burrows confronts the fan, but trips and falls. Now, from the Texas bench's perspective in the dugout, it looked like the fan
How did they? Oh no, this is so
had
bad!
attacked Burrows. Billy Martin is livid. He's quoted as saying, "Boys, let's go get him," before grabbing a bat and literally charging the field.
Oh my
All of his
God!
players behind him also wielding bats. On the field, they find Burrows unharmed, but their charge had started something ungodly. Now
Oh
gone from
no!
the field were the goofy streakers and silly pitch invaders, and something morbid was replacing them. An army of fans had crafted knives, chains, clubs,
Brought knives and bats and change. Where was security, dude? This was 1974, man. Dude, this is insane.
and other weapons from the stadium's seats, fences, and other general infrastructure.
Oh
and were
my
now
god,
storming the
man.
field with them. It was clear
It's
the
Joe.
battle royale had begun. Where we dropping,
Oh my
boys?
god, it's Fortnite!
Hordes of fans descend upon the
We
field
can't
at
get away from
breakneck
Fortnite,
speed
no.
and began looting. Beers? Delicious. Bases? Take 'em. Stadium debris? Nice. While a large number of armed fans storm the field, others stay back and continue
Hardcore
their
Royale
support by
Rumble.
hurling bottles from the stands.
Stand.
And before long, there were 200 plus fans on field,
Oh my god, this is an actual picture. Oh shit, there's a lot of people,
wielding
man.
Mad Max style DIY weaponry surrounding the 25 Rangers, with more fans dropping in constantly. The
Oh my
organisers are
god,
now
it is
sweating heavily.
Fortnite.
If we don't do something here, boys, things might start to get out of hand. We'll get security on it. Wait, hold on. We only hired 50 of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
50.
The stadium's organist
Versus
steps in.
25,000?
It's alright, lads. I've
Wanna
got
play
this.
Fortnite?
And
Absolutely
he starts
not.
playing Take Me
You
Out
will
to the
get
ball
bored
game.
immediately.
Back on the field, and Cleveland's manager now realizes that the Texas Rangers are in serious trouble. He and his own men also grab their bats and go in, literally attacking their own fans in the process. Rioters begin throwing steel chairs at players, and Cleveland pitcher Tom Hilgendorf is hit in the head. The umpire is also hit on the head. He ends
Oh
the
my
game by
God.
forfeiting it to Texas and runs away. It was clear the situation is becoming bad. So managers tried to get their teams back to the benches and out of the stadium. However, on his way back to the benches, Texas's Mike Hargrove gets into a fist fight with a fan. By the way, the game's announcers are calling all of this out in real time.
Oh my God. Oh my God. They have a little Fortnite guy calling it all out. Hey, he's getting hit on the head. This is looking like a bathroom. What the fuck?
He is in definite pain. Hargrove has got some kid on the ground and he is really administering a beating.
This is
Hargrove
comedy,
eventually
man.
gets the fan down, but is almost immediately hit by another one. However, the sight of the players swinging bats at the rioters starts to lower the rioters' morale, and they back off a bit.
No.
Seeing this,
Oh no.
benched players form a rear guard, and players take advantage of what might be their only opportunity to get out. Both
Run!
teams
Get out of
beeline to the
there.
benches and
Oh
through the
shit, there's
tunnels.
actual footage too.
They'd made it,
That's
leaving a
pretty
violent
cool,
mob of baseball
actually.
fans alone on the field.
They're like ants. Look, man. There's like a death ball. Like there's 3 death balls. 1, 2, and 3. One's really big and 2 smaller ones. And there's just people piling in, man.
In the midst of all of this carnage, a local sports writer is out on the field, attempting to interview people. He approaches multiple fans, but eventually gives up after getting punched in the face twice.
Oh my
Alright
God.
boys, take me out to the ball game clearly isn't working, and we have essentially no security here. There's only
50
one
security
option left,
versus 25,000 people.
and the riot is eventually quelled by Cleveland's own SWAT team.
Oh shit. Assemble. The aftermath. Oh no. Hope nobody died.
And so, after thousands of dollars of damage, casualties left, right and centre, and a literal battle royale breaking out mid-game, 10-cent beer night had come to an end. Of the hundreds of rioters in the field, only 9 arrests were made. Throughout the night, 60,000 beers consumed, 19
Wow.
streakers, an unquantifiable amount of damage to the stadium, and by
Oh
the
my
end of it,
God.
every single base stolen.
Who
They were
won?
never
They said the Texas Rangers won by
returned.
default.
It had been nothing short of an absolute travesty.
What a beautiful disaster.
There would be another 10-cent beer night held a month later.
What? Da, da, take me to the ball game. Yay! Carnage. Nobody died though. People happy. They learned nothing. Yeah, they just wanted the money. That's too fucking stupid, man. Like the same thing have happened in the NBA. Dude, I've seen these sports event things like 100 times, man. Yeah, like it's crazy what people do. Malice in the palace. True. Blah, 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 blah. What do you mean they learned nothing? They learned shitloads of people went to the game. Of course they're gonna repeat that. No, I know, but who paid for the damages? Big Boss channels are pretty bingeable. Yeah, I don't want to binge. You want to know why? Because when we binge, people don't want to watch the same thing over and over from the same person. It's just better to have different things. I'll keep it in mind though. I mean, it was done well. It was like internet historian little like kind of snippets. It wasn't like, you know, half an hour long or an hour long, but still. NBA player fighting a fan. Let's see football and boxing mail in one sitting. Yeah. Insurance, taxpayers. I don't know how that works. I would hope that the insurance paid for it, but then again, I don't know. I feel like the people who organize it should have paid for it. Prioritize earnings, socialize losses, as the saying goes. Is that a saying? I've never heard of it before, but it sounds pretty clever. Reminds me of the riot in NY over a console. Oh, I've seen that before, yeah. It's not taxpayers. Sports organizations are private. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think taxpayers pay for that shit. Like, they would have had to pay for it out of pocket, but I guess it was profitable enough that they just did it again. Players were into the stands fighting fans. Yeah, no, I believe it. I've seen it before. I've seen something like this, shown before. Sometimes taxpayer money for the state that can go to building the stadium sometimes. Yeah, but majority, I don't think stadiums are made by, like, sports companies, I'm pretty sure. A freaking riot over a fucking PlayStation giveaway. Oh, that! Yeah, we saw that on the day that it happened. Someone told me about it and I was like, oh, what the hell is this? And then I found out and I was like, it was that guy, whatever his name is, that Twitch streamer. Mommy! Piss. Shit! Piss. Fucking shit on calm. Piss myself. Fuck. Piss.